everyone, so today I'm going to do a video. It's probably going to be pretty long because I have a lot of stuff to show you. This is going to be my first kind of, well, I don't know if I've done this before. I can't remember if I have, so it must have been ages if I have. This is the best of drugstore and affordable makeup, or whatever you want to say. So I went through all of my drawers and just plucked out things that I absolutely love. I've probably missed heaps of stuff, to be completely honest with you, because this is like a real spur of the moment video. And I haven't planned it, so I just grabbed anything that I was like, yes, I love that, and I use that a lot. Maybe I can do a part 2 one day, or even like my favorite drugstore lipsticks video and do like swatches and stuff, because a lot of the stuff is lip products, because I think drugstores really hit the nail on the head when it comes to like lip products and all that kind of thing. This isn't going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to grab stuff out and talk about it because, yeah. Okay, so right on the top here is my Chichi bronzers palette. These palettes are available at Farmers, or you can go to chichicosmetics.com. I think their website is. I will link everything down below anyway. These palettes, the bad thing is the packaging doesn't look that flash, but for the price and the quality of the actual eyeshadows, which is the part that matters, let's be honest, oh, I'm in love. I'm going to swatch a few of these for you. So that's what they look like. I'm sure you can see how buttery and just, oh, they're amazing. For the price you pay, they are just so beautiful. That one especially is like my favorite shade in the whole palette. It's just the most beautiful color. This particular palette, the bronzers one, is my favorite of all of them because I love bronze shades, and I think they bring out so many different, you know, colored eyes. Like if you have blue eyes especially, this will look great, but for me I have hazel and it still works really nice. Brown eyes, green eyes, or whatever you have, this will look good. Another eyeshadow range I love, the Maybelline ones. I love these ones, and I also love their just normal like quads or whatever they are. I've been a fan of them since way back, but this one here in particular is called the Hyper Diamonds BR1, and it's like the bronze shades. I just love these. They're all very shimmery, which is a downside, so you don't get a matte color, so you kind of have to have a matte color for your crease or something like that just to tone down the look a little bit. But other than that, like, I just love the glittery shades. I think they're so pretty. They're a little bit chunky, but they're nothing that you can't work with. Like if you have a good base and you have some good tools just to blend them out, they'll look so pretty. And I've used this in a recent tutorial. No wait, it wasn't this exact one, it was like a different color scheme, but anyways, that's beside the point. I just really like these, and especially for ball season and prom and all that kind of thing, they're really good because the shimmers are just so pretty and really good for like special occasions. Okay, next, a couple of NYX products. Their blushes are so good, and there's so many pretty colors. I love their cream ones and I love their little powder ones. This cream one I've literally had for like 3 years and it's still going strong. It looks really gross because I use a stippling brush with it, so please excuse that. But it is the most amazing light pinky color, and it's so pretty on your lips or on your cheeks. It's just so pretty for like spring and everything like that. It's one of my favorite, it probably is my favorite cream blush shade of all time. And the quality is awesome. Like, it's so comparable to MAC and stuff like that. In fact, I think these ones are a little bit easier to blend. They're a bit thinner and creamier, so you can really like blend them out really well. They're powder blushes. This one here, the shade is called Rose Garden, but they're just so beautiful. They can get a little bit powdery, but it's nothing that bothers me. I just like make sure to blend it out really well, and then maybe just set it with like a setting spray or something. The colors are just so pretty, and they're so silky and soft, easy to blend. The color selection's awesome. I just think they're really good, especially if you're a beginner with blush and you don't know what kind of shades will suit you. These ones come in so many different shades and they're affordable, so you can try out a few different ones and see how you go. Another blush is from Australis, or Australis, I don't pronounce it like that because I'm weird. This is their Paparazzi Perfect High Definition Blush, and this is the shade Shoot to Thrill. I really like a lot of them. Oh, I'm blinding you, oh no. I've got a lot, but this is my favorite one. It's just a really pretty hot pink, and it's 3 different colors, and then you just kind of swirl them together. So pigmented, not powdery at all. This is literally like an amazing quality product. Another NYX product. This is my longest loved, I don't know, like product of all time probably. Like, I've been using this since way back, and it's like still one of my ultimate favorite products ever. Like, if I lost all of my makeup, this would be one of the first things I would repurchase. This is also one of those things I keep in my handbag because it just goes with everything. It is the Black Label lipstick in India. This is a new one because I've used up like a million tubes. I have like 4 backups. This is what the color looks like. It's just a really beautiful, it's kind of like a nude, but it's quite peachy. If you've got really dark skin, you might not like this, but for pale people or people with my kind of complexion, it's so pretty. Like, Chichi lip liners. These things are literally like heaven on earth, and I use them all the time. Most of the time when I wear lipstick, I will pair it up with one of these. I think they're amazing, comparable to MAC, comparable to, I don't know, just greatness. This one is called Bimbo. Haha, I love this one. I just love the name. But it is just a really deep kind of raspberry pink, and it just is amazing. So creamy, lasts for ages, the colors are amazing. There's so many different colors, they're just awesome. Just go check them out because it's worth it. Another lipstick brand, Maybelline. I think their lipsticks are awesome. I am loving their nude range at the moment. I've got that one here too. This is their nude range. This one here is from the Vivids range. These are two of my favorite shades of all. This one here is called Shocking Coral, and it is just a bright coral color, as you can imagine. That's it there. So creamy, pigmented. They don't feel thick and gross on your lips. They're just really lovely, and I don't know, I can't really fault them. They're really great. And then this one here I picked up recently, and it's a really good drugstore nude. If you're looking for a drugstore nude, they've got a few different shades, so no matter what kind of skin tone you are, you'll be able to find, you know, a good nude. I think this is the second most pale one, and it's called 732 Brazen Beige. And that is it there, and it's just really lovely because it's not brown based, which if you're going for like a pale nude and you are pale, a lot of them can like kind of lean brown from the drugstore, but this one's quite pink, so it's really flattering. Hope that made sense. Recently picked up heaps of the NYX Butter lipsticks, and this one here has been one of my favorites. It's called Fireball, but honestly, like every single lipstick in this range is just so creamy, pigmented, amazing, glossy looking, like just that was a really bad noise. But anyway, I just am obsessed with this range. I have so many favorite colors, and I think I'm going to do like a swatch review video, although I've got like 20 different shades or something ridiculous like that, but they're just awesome. So yeah, this one is called Fireball, and that is what it looks like. It's just like a really glossy orange, but what's nice is it's not too vibrant, so it's quite wearable. More lip products. Okay, the Chi Dramatic Lip Lacquers, which is this one, and Creamy Matte Liquid Lipsticks. These are heaven, and I am so impressed. I've done a whole kind of, I guess, what was it? It was like a swatch and review video or something like that on these Creamy Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I'll list it down below if you want to go watch that video. This one here is called Lady in Red, and oh my goodness, they're just so beautiful. They dry to like a creamy matte finish, so it's not super matte and drying, it's creamy matte, so it's not super glossy, but it's not super matte. It's just, I don't know, it's a really lovely finish, and that's what that color looks like. It's just like heavenly. They're so thin, opaque, highly pigmented, just awesomeness. And then these are the Dramatic Lip Lacquers. This one's in Fashion Police, which is my favorite. Very similar kind of idea, but I guess they just dry a little bit creamier. So that's what that one there looks like. Oh, they're so good. I keep making that weird noise, sorry. I've got more lip products, but I'm just going to skip to something else for a wee bit, just to kind of mix it up a bit. These new e.l.f. like $1, they're like smudge pop cream eyeshadow creamy eyeliner things, I don't know. This is called Cruisin Chic, and I have been loving these. You only need the smallest amount. I've only worn this a couple times, but I'm already showing it to you because it is just amazing. That is the color there. It's so pretty. It's like a shimmery taupe color, and I've worn this alone before, and I've worn it underneath other eyeshadow before, and it just looks really pretty both times. Personally, I didn't have to deal with any creasing, and it lasted really, really well, and I think for their price, they're just really good products. The e.l.f. Baked Blush in particular, this one here is in Pinktastic, and you've seen me use this as a highlighter. I'm just going to put some on my hand. I just think that this is such a good drugstore highlight powder. Like, it's really, really fine. You just have to build it up a little bit because it's not super pigmented, but once you build it up on your face, it's just so beautiful. Maybelline color tattoos are awesome. I'm a huge fan of cream eyeshadows. I just think they're so fast and easy and really good bases for like if you're doing like a dramatic look or something. They're just really good, and this is my favorite one called Bad's the Bronze, and you would have seen me use this in tutorials in the past. Mine's starting to dry out, but I've had this for a really long time, and that is, ooh, that big swatch there is it. It's just a really pretty, it's actually very similar to the e.l.f. one, to be honest. But yeah, it's a really pretty bronze color, and I wear this alone when I can't be bothered wearing much makeup, and it's just really pretty. Gives your eyes a little bit of like definition and color, but it still looks really, really neutral and just not too much. Another blush brand, Milani. Milani has some amazing stuff. But in particular, this blush, you would have probably heard about it from other YouTube gurus around the web because it is raved about. It's called Luminoso, and it's just a really pretty high quality blush, and it's like a peach. It's on my middle finger. It's kind of hard to show you like swatched. You can kind of see it there. But on your face, it just gives you a really pretty, like, pretty glow. It's like the ultimate pretty blush, you know what I mean? Like, it's not too much. It's just really youthful. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but it just looks really nice and kind of highlights your face, and it's just beautiful. Eyebrow products. This looks spongy, but I am obsessed with it and I use it all the time. It's even rubbed off all the writing because I've used it so often, but anyway. This is the Chi Eyebrow Pencil. I think it's in the shade Blonde. Again, it's rubbed off, I can't really tell you. But it is just the best formula. It's really, really waxy, so it holds down all your hairs, and it's not creamy, which is a good thing, because if it's creamy, it kind of just gloops into your eyebrows. It's quite hard, so you can really draw in like really fine hairs, and it looks so natural, and the colour is perfect. And I'm just obsessed, and I use it a lot. As I said, you would have seen me use this in tutorials. It's just so easy to use, and it's so quick. Like, I can just like literally shove this on my brows and leave because it's so fast. And of course, I still have a sweet spot in my heart for my e.l.f. brow kit. I've basically raved about this for years, but I've like made myself step away. I've had to like break up with it because I've become so dependent on it, and I was like, I need to try out new things for you guys. But I do still love it. It's still a really good kit, and it's super cheap. I use the one in Ash. And I also use the powder side for like eyeshadow, like in my crease if I'm in a hurry or something like that, just for some extra dimension. Pressed powder, this Australis Fresh and Flawless powder is a really good dupe for like, what is it? Studio Fix powder, I think. It's really similar amount of coverage, similar consistency. It's not too powdery, it doesn't look cakey, it's just so beautiful. The only bad thing is they've only got like 3 shades, and I use the darkest one, and even then it's kind of too pale for me a lot of the time. My current favorite drugstore concealer is this HD Photogenic Concealer by NYX, and I really like this. It's really, really high coverage, and it blends out so pretty, and it doesn't crease too badly on me, but I do use it more often for around my face, and then I use a high-end one under my eyes most of the time just because I love it. My Pro Longwear, it's the best. I'm going to talk about a foundation quickly. My Bourjois Hippy Light foundation is my favourite drugstore foundation at the moment. I got mine off ASOS, and it's really cheap and really good. And I'm pretty sure Bourjois is owned by the same mother company as like Chanel, and you can tell with the like formula of this. The formula of this is actually very similar to my Chanel by Lumiere. Probably not as thin, but it's still quite a thin consistency, and it just blends out so nicely, and it's still got really good coverage. I'm obsessed with it. I really like it. And this goes hand in hand with it. I can't remember what this is called. It's like Expert Beauty Sponge, or I don't know. It's by Real Techniques anyway. I don't know. I'll have to like Google the name. But this is just as good, if not better, as the Beauty Blender. I've been using this instead of my Beauty Blender, and I think it is phenomenal, and I really nailed it because I've tried to make these for my brand, and it's just so hard getting the consistency of the sponge correct so that it doesn't like soak up all your foundation. But this one is just like, it's spot on. It's really great. My e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder, I use this to set my concealer, and it's just amazing. I use it every day I wear makeup. I've talked about this in heaps and heaps of, you know, tutorials and stuff, so I'm not going to bore you, but it's amazing. Go buy it. I love it. Another setting powder that I like from the drugstore, this isn't technically a setting powder, but I use it to set my foundation personally. It's the NYX Blotting Powder, and I use the shade, this isn't the shade I use. I think I use the shade like medium or medium dark, or I can't remember what it's called. This one's in light and it's very pale. But basically you use this just to blot your oil away when you've got oily skin, but I use it to set my foundation. It's really good, so I thought I'd mention it. It's something that I've been using recently and really been loving. A primer. This is my favourite drugstore primer ever. It's the L'Oreal Lumi Magique base, and it's really comparable to strobe cream, except it's more of a lotion. I haven't tried strobe lotion, but it's probably almost the same thing. I just love this because I love dewy skin, and this is really moisturising, and it just makes my skin glow, and it makes my foundation glow, and it's just beautiful. I love it. Next, Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. I don't notice this making my makeup last a really long time, but it makes my makeup look better. I spray this once I finish my makeup, and it just makes my skin glow because it's the dewy formula, so it makes my skin have a dewy finish. And it also settles down all of my powders into place so that my skin doesn't look powdery or cakey. It just looks so beautiful. I love this stuff. The Revlon Colorburst Matte Balms. I like the matte ones a little bit more than the lacquer ones, but this color in particular is one of my favorites. It's 215 Shameless something in a different language. We'll just call it Shameless. But anyways, it's amazing. Look at that pigmentation, and it kind of stains your lips like once it starts wearing off. This is a similar product. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Balm Stain, and they look like that. This color is in a stiff pink, and it's just beautiful. It's a little bit less pigmented than the other ones, but it's actually like amazing, and I love the nude one as well, but these are literally just so beautiful once they're on your lips. They're so moisturizing, so creamy, just epic. Another similar product, but this is more of just like a lipstick like pencil thing, jumbo pencil. This is by Etude House. I'm not quite sure what shade this is in. I don't know, it might be in Korean, so anyway, it's the one that looks like this. It's like one of the pale pinks, and I just love it. It's quite matte, but real pigmented. That's what it looks like there, and I don't know, I just really like them, and I find you can kind of put them on your lips and then use your finger to blend them out, and they look really, really natural, which it sounds odd because that's a really not natural colour, but just the finish of them looks really natural. This Chichi Eye Brightener I'm in love with. It comes with a matte inner rim eye brightener shade, which is what I use the most, and then an eye highlighter, which is a shimmer side. So I use the matte side like in my waterline, and sometimes I use it underneath my brows to highlight. And then if I want a bit of shimmer on my brow bone or in a corner or anything like that, I'll just use the shimmery side, and it's really pigmented and creamy, and probably the best skin toned eyeliner I found at the drugstore. Another product by Chichi is their metallic eyeshadow stacks. This is my favorite shade. It's called Barbarella, and it's like a metallic gold color, so you can see it there, and that's actually what I'm wearing on my inner corners today, and that's how I like to wear it. I just like to wear it as a pop of like a highlight on my inner corner, and I've also used these as like a base on my eyelids for like other colors to go on top of, and it works really, really well. Very similar to Jumbo eye pencils by NYX, except very, very, very shimmery. So really pretty. Speaking of jumbo eye pencils, I'm not going to talk about this much. This is just a basic milk jumbo eye pencil. Really good base, especially if you're doing colour. It's just a white cream, and you can put it all over your eyelids, and then any eyeshadow colour that you put on top of it is going to be really vibrant. Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I'm not going to swatch this because they are like loose pigments. I'll get it everywhere. Every single time I open these, I get it everywhere. But when I'm careful and when I apply these, they're just so beautiful. They're like the best drugstore priced pigments ever. They're very comparable to like MAC and stuff. Really good quality, really good color selection. They're beautiful. So this one here is an Enchanted, I think, and it's like a purpley kind of warm purple shade. I don't know, it's really pretty though. Raw lip balm, again, talked about this a million times. It's just the best lip balm in the world, so whatever. This will be a bit shocking because I know heaps of people hate this. This is a great lash mascara. I love it, to be honest. It just is so simple, just for day-to-day wear. It's easy to remove as well, but it doesn't smudge on me at least. It's just good. Like, it just goes on my lashes, it's black and it looks good, it doesn't go clumpy. It's just simple and I love it. It's what I use today, although I am wearing false eyelashes as well, but I use this a lot and it's just, I don't know, I just always have it in my collection because it's just good. And then Lash Blast. This is the waterproof one because I don't actually have the plain one with me at the moment, but the plain CoverGirl Lash Blast is like impeccably amazing and awesome and just one of my all-time favorites, so definitely recommend the non-waterproof Lash Blast. This is like such a tongue twister right now. Another eyeshadow brand I'm just going to mention quickly, Wet n Wild. These are so pigmented and so buttery. You can see that. Look how vivid they are. Like, it's insane, and these are so cheap. Hyper Glossy Maybelline Liquid Eyeliner, my favorite liquid eyeliner. It dries to a really glossy finish, so it's not matte by any means. I just love the formula. It doesn't crack, it's super black. It lasts all day long until I wash it off, and the little brush tip applicator is just my favorite. So easy to use. Couple eyeliner brands, Australis. They're really good, really creamy. This one here is in Grape Cake, and it is so creamy. You can see that there, and they just set so well. They don't smudge everywhere. They're just really good. And then the Chichi ones as well are freaking awesome. This is in Addicted to Love, and it's like a navy blue color. It's so beautiful, and they come in so many different colors. I just love them all, especially the one that's called Bronze Ambition, I think. It's like a bronze color and it's just beautiful. The L'Oreal Paris Infallible eyeshadows, they look like this. These are literally the exact same as the Giorgio Armani ones. Literally the same, I'm not kidding you. This one here is in the shade Gleaming Bronze, and they're just so pretty. You can see that on my middle finger, look at that. They're so pigmented. It's almost like a pressed pigment. Oh my goodness, like they just look amazing on your eyes, and they're so pigmented and pretty and just amazing. So I would highly recommend picking a couple of these up. They're just so beautiful. These are the Chichi baked eyeshadows, and when I first saw these I was like, eh. The only reason I was like that was because I'm so used to buying MAC baked eyeshadows, and I'm really not a huge fan. Like, they just don't seem to be very pigmented, just not, you know, they're just not great. But then when I got this one, well, not just this one, all of the shades. This is one of my favorite shades though. This is called Burning Up. Let me just show you that pigmentation. It is so soft, So pigmented, so blendable, just beautiful. So I was pleasantly surprised with these. You just have to try them. And the last eyeshadow product is an eye cream. These are the Miron eye creams, and I buy mine of Cherry Culture. This one's in terracotta, and it's just a beautiful, rich chocolate brown. So thin, so creamy, so pigmented. Oh my goodness, they're amazing eyeshadow bases for like putting other colors on top of. We are almost done, guys. This is the Australis Color and Jet Mineral Lipstick in Grunge. I love all of them. The only bad thing is they smell like greenies, but let me tell you, these are amazing lipsticks. The colors are just awesome, pigmented, creamy, moisturizing. This one's like a really dark vampy kind of purpley red, and it's just like for a drugstore color, it's just awesome. This is Rimmel 235 Pink Star in the purple packaging, and this is one of my favorite pinks at the moment. It's just a really simple, easy to wear peachy pink. It's almost the same as India by NYX, except it's a few shades darker, so a little bit more wearable. Velour Lips by Australis, I love every single shade. The red, the nude, the purple, the pink, I love them all. They're all very vivid, so not for the faint-hearted, but I just love them. I don't find them to be too drying on myself. A lot of people do, so I guess it's just personal preference, but they're just like so pigmented and amazing, and I find them so easy to apply with the little applicator. Next, butter glosses. These are my favorite drugstore lip glosses by far. This one is in Apple Strudel, and they're just really pigmented, really glossy. They smell delicious. They're just awesome. This is my favorite shade. My hand is like all funny colored from all the swatches, and I'm left with this. So as I said, there's probably like a million other products from the drugstore and affordable brands and everything that I love, but I just cannot think right now. This video is long enough as it is anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please thumbs up. Let me know down below what your favorite drugstore brand is or your favorite drugstore products are, so I can check them out for future videos and things. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Looks. Thank you to Nikki for collabing with me, and thank you so much for the inspiration. I think it's really cool when YouTubers kind of interact. I think it's really good to inspire one another.
Like, I will just live vicariously through her Instagram and just like pretend like it's me, but it's not. I'm gonna do one more thing. I feel like this one's really boring.